Right, that was Johnny Gill, my. So mega preacher or mega fraud, Joel Osteen was on NBC trying to explain his slow response. He first originally said we were always open, right? And then he said, well, we were worried about safety concerns but then he went on to talk about how he built a wall, built a, the church right, so that it wouldn't flood. So that knocks out the argument that it had flooded, right? And then he said he didn't act right away because Houston didn't ask him to. So he didn't open the doors because Houston didn't ask him to. Now, there were neighbors next door that weren't asked to open their doors. Ace Hardware opened their doors. You would have thought that Ace Hardware would come through before the Lord, and they sell nails there.
Wow.
We had furniture stores that opened their doors before him, and they weren't asked. The Mexicans' army is trying to get here. Mexicans are trying to come through before Joel Osteen, and they got to hop a fence.
Wow.
That's true. When you are a religious leader of any type, the essence, the root, the idea of a leader is that you lead, what means you are first. You do without asking. There are people from flying in from all over the country, risking their lives with boats and supplies. They weren't asked by the city of Houston. Mm-hmm. There are people who are volunteering their time and their money, and they weren't asked by the city of Houston. When you call yourself a leader, the idea of that is that you go first. You are the first one. Your church was spared. You primarily did this. You built a wall because it got flooded before. That was very bright on your. Maybe God or Jesus allowed your church to be spared so that it will be a blessing to all the people in need. Maybe God wanted your church dry, not so you could collect tithes, but so you could collect souls and people who needed refuge from the storm. When you everybody wants to be a Christian till it's time to. You cannot call yourself a leader and wait. Those two things do not go together. You cannot say, I was waiting for the call. You don't wait. You didn't wait for your calling from the Lord. You can preach prosperity, but not compassion. If you are a leader, then you lead. You go first. You say what happens first. That's the essence of being a leader. If you wait, you're a follower. If you're a follower, you're not a shepherd. You're a sheep. So stop acting like a shepherd. Stop collecting the dues of a shepherd. Stop pretending like you're something you're not. Stop lying. You in the time of need, you are devolving. You're worried about protecting yourself. If you did something wrong or you didn't do it the way you wanted to do, come out and say that. But stop making excuse after excuse after excuse. Leaders don't do that either. You're acting under the mantle of Christ, and you let people who are business people open their hearts before you did. They didn't wait either. You call yourself a leader of men, a shepherd. That's the ultimate leader, a shepherd. Gandhi said it best, and I know Gandhi was not fond of niggas either, but I'll say this. Gandhi said, I love your Christ. It's your Christians that I don't like because they are so unlike your Christ. All right, that's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.